With suns the size of our entire solar system and its borders infinitely expanding, the universe is terrifying. So confusing, in fact, that most people don't know what a lot of this stuff even means. So today we're watching an explanation on all of the scariest things in the universe, starting off with the Great Nothing.
The Boötes Void is one of the most mysterious and terrifying places in the known universe. Discovered in 1981 by astronomer Robert Kishner and his team during a redshift survey of the galaxies, the Boötes Void is an enormous region of space that is almost entirely empty. Located in the constellation of Boötes, it lies approximately 700 million light-years away from Earth. What makes the Boötes Void so unsettling is its enormous scale and emptiness. Spanning roughly 330 million light-years in diameter, it is one of the largest known voids in the universe.
Wait, but I don't know if this is actually what it looks like, but as you can see, like when the stars in the background go behind it, they disappear. That makes me feel like it's a giant black cloud. But I don't know, maybe that's just something messed up with the graphic.
If the Milky Way galaxy were placed inside it, it would be alone, with no other galaxies visible for hundreds of millions of light-years in every direction. In total, the void contains far fewer galaxies than expected. Only about 60 have been found inside, compared to the thousands that should occupy a region of that size. The emptiness of the Boötes Void challenges our understanding of the large-scale structure of the cosmos.
Dude, it looks like a cloud, though. Like, is it not just a giant ball of gas, or is there really truly a void of nothingness? I don't even want to think about what that means.
It's often called the Great Nothing, due to how devoid of matter it is. Scientists believe it formed from gravitational effects early in the universe's history, possibly from the merging of smaller voids. However, some theorists have speculated that such vast emptiness could hint at an unknown cosmic phenomenon, or that we're seeing the limits of our observational understanding. Its haunting isolation and incomprehensible size are what make the Boötes Void one of the scariest places in the universe.
That is so weird. So is there nothing behind it then? Because I feel like when things are that far, our depth perception is like super skewed. Like all stars probably look like roughly the same size, I would imagine. But like if we look at that void and we don't see anything, it's just black, then wouldn't that mean like foreverness is just black and darkness? Like there's never anything ever.
It's a reminder that the cosmos isn't just filled with stars and galaxies, but also with vast, lonely stretches of absolute nothingness. Places where time and light seem to vanish into silence. The Eridanus supervoid is one of the most eerie and mysterious structures in the known universe. First identified in 2004 through observation of the cosmic microwave background, CMB, the afterglow of the Big Bang, astronomers noticed a strange cold spot in the sky in the direction of the constellation Eridanus. Further investigation revealed that this region is not just cold, but also vastly underpopulated with galaxies, forming what's now known as the Eridanus supervoid.
So the image that they show in the top left there, that looks like a black hole to me. And I'm no expert, so I feel like all of my theories will hold no weight to them at all. But what if it's just a super giant, insanely massive black hole that's just been sucking and sucking and sucking for billions of years? And now when we look at it, we're like, okay, there's nothing there, it's a void. But no, in reality, it's a super massive black hole that we think is void because there's no light coming from it, but that is because it's a black hole. Is that a stupid theory? I don't know.
Located about 1.3 billion light-years away, this massive cosmic void spans roughly 1 billion light-years across.
One way to tell like a black hole is the matter around it, like if it's getting distorted, which this clearly is. Am I stupid for thinking that's just a giant black hole?
Making it one of the largest known voids in the universe. It is characterized by an extreme lack of galaxies, stars, and matter. In comparison to other voids, which are common in the large-scale structure of the cosmos, the Eridanus supervoid stands out due to its immense size in connection to the unusually cold region of the CMB. Some scientists believe it may explain the so-called cold spot in the CMB, but even that explanation is controversial. Others have speculated more wildly that it could be evidence of a collision with another universe, or a sign of physics beyond our current understanding. Its enormous scale and isolation stir existential dread, reminding us how little we truly understand about the universe. Cosmos filled with matter, energy, and vibrant galaxies, the Eridanus supervoid is a silent and unsettling exception. A lonely expanse where even light seems to dim and vanish. It's one of the scariest places in the universe precisely because we don't fully know why it exists at all. The Great Attractor is one of the most mysterious and unsettling phenomenon in the observable universe. It was first discovered in the 1970s and 1980s when astronomers noticed that our galaxy, the Milky Way, along with hundreds of thousands of other galaxies, were being pulled towards a specific region of space at immense speeds, roughly 600 kilometers per second. But what was doing the pulling remained hidden.
We just moved 2,400 kilometers. I think I have heard of this theory before, but it's essentially just like everything in the universe is like moving in one direction.
Obscured by the dense stars and dust of our own galaxy in an area called the Zone of Avoidance. The Great Attractor lies about 150 to 250 million light years away,
right?
In the direction of the constellation Norma, near the center of the Laniakea supercluster, which includes the Milky Way. Despite its massive influence, it cannot be directly observed with visible light, adding to its eerie allure. It appears to be a gravitational anomaly, an unseen mass exerting a powerful gravitational pull on everything in the region. What makes the Great Attractor so terrifying is not just its invisibility, but also what it implies, that there are massive structures in the universe that we cannot see or fully understand.
I just got the chills, bro. I hate that. I actually don't really want to think about it.
Yet they shape the motion of entire galaxies. Later research suggests the Norma cluster, a massive collection of galaxies, is a major component of it. But the full extent of what's behind the Great Attractor's pull remains unknown. Even more unsettling, some scientists believe the Great Attractor may itself be moving toward an even more massive structure
called
the Shapley supercluster.
Are you kidding me?
With that being said, the Great Attractor is a reminder that the universe is not only vast and violent, but also filled with unseen forces that tug at everything, including us, drawing entire galaxies into the unknown. The event horizon of a black hole is one of the most terrifying frontiers in the universe, a cosmic point of no return. The concept was first developed in the early 20th century following Albert Einstein's theory of general relativity.
Now, I'm pretty sure that a lot of the things that are said about black holes are pure speculation. I'm not even sure that all scientists even agree that black holes exist. I don't have an opinion. I don't really know. I just know I've read like so many different theories of what a black hole is. A lot of people think it's a wormhole, for example. There's scientists, like I said, who don't even believe that they're real, but apparently they like destroy any idea of what we know of physics to even be.
And later refined by physicists like Carl Schwarzschild,
that guy looks
who
awesome.
mathematically described the radius around a black hole where nothing can escape, not even light. The event horizon isn't a physical surface, but a boundary in space. Once something crosses this invisible line, it is inevitably pulled towards the black hole's center or singularity by immense gravitational forces. No single object can escape past this threshold, meaning anything that falls in is lost to the observable universe forever. Event horizons exist around all black holes, whether they are stellar mass black holes scattered throughout the galaxy or supermassive black holes. From the outside of them, time appears to stop at the edge. From the inside, space and time distort beyond comprehension. An object falling in would be stretched by spaghettification.
Allegedly. This is all theory. This is all theoretical. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying that there's a bunch of other theories out there. I'm no professional. Never heed my advice in anything that I say ever.
Pulled apart by tidal forces as it heads towards the singularity. We've never observed an event horizon directly until 2019. When the Event Horizon Telescope captured the shadow of the one in Miser 87, a galaxy 53 million light-years away. The event horizon symbolizes the edge of known physics, a boundary where our understanding breaks down. It's a reminder that the universe harbors places where even light, information, and the laws of nature themselves are erased.
I'm so dumb that I don't even understand, like I don't get how light travels through space. Is that like a crazy thing to say or no? Because like there's nothing in space.
Black hole, known as the singularity, is arguably the most terrifying and mysterious place in the entire universe. While the concept of black holes was first predicted by Albert Einstein's general theory of relativity in 1915, The singularity itself emerged as a key idea in the 1960s through the work of physicists like Roger Penrose and Stephen Hawking. A singularity is a point where matter is crushed into infinite density and the laws of physics, as we know them, break down completely. The singularity lies at the very heart of a black hole, hidden beneath the event horizon, the boundary beyond which nothing, not even light, can escape. From the outside, a black hole may appear as a dark, invisible sphere, but deep within it is the singularity, a place where gravity is so intense that time and space cease to function normally. Singularities exist all across the universe, typically at the centers of black holes formed by the collapse of massive stars.
Wait, so there can be singularities that are not black holes? What? It's not like a singularity essentially is a black hole. It's just like the core of it. It's the core of a black hole. But then you're saying that there's also singularities that have no black hole around them. So there's just a little demon singularity out there floating, but it's not a black hole. So what does it look like? What is it?
What makes the singularity so frightening is our utter lack of understanding. The laws of physics, including general relativity and quantum mechanics, cannot describe what happens at this point of infinite density. Time, space, and matter become meaningless. It's a cosmic mystery that no human, or even light, can ever witness directly. The singularity represents the ultimate unknown, a place where the universe turns inside out, where cause and effect may not apply, and where the very fabric of reality is torn apart. Sagittarius A star.
Okay. I'm just gonna start accepting everything that he says and try not to think about it too hard, or else I'm gonna explode and cry. And I do not want to do either.
It's one of the most frightening and fascinating locations in the universe.
Let's
It is a
picture.
supermassive black hole located at the very center of our galaxy, the Milky Way, and lies about 26,000 light years from Earth in the direction of the Sagittarius constellation. Although the existence of something massive at the center of the galaxy has been suspected for decades, Sagittarius A star was first identified as a strong radio source in 1974 by astronomers Bruce Ballack and Robert Brown. It has a mass equivalent to about 4 million suns, compressed into an area no larger than our solar system. This enormous mass creates an intense gravitational field that pulls in everything nearby, including light. At its core is the event horizon, a point of no return. Anything that crosses it is swallowed forever, spiraling toward the unknown singularity within. For years, Sagittarius...
Hang on, what I don't understand about black holes, there's a couple things. One, why is it always like a specific circle around them that's being sucked? Like, why is it not the all around the black hole that things are just being sucked in? Number two, what is this relativistic jet? Is this getting pushed outward or inward? Because if it's getting pushed outward, I thought that's not possible. Or it's like once you cross the event horizon, then you can't get out. But like, how is anything escaping at all? Like, eventually it'll get sucked back in, right? How is that happening?
Forever, spiraling toward the unknown singularity within. For years, Sagittarius A star remained a mysterious, invisible monster. It wasn't until 2022 that scientists, using the Event Horizon Telescope, captured the first image of its shadow, confirming the presence of the supermassive
That's a terrible
black
picture,
hole.
though. Respectfully, like, I'm pretty sure that we spend trillions of dollars on this sort of stuff. For that? What did you do? I can't be convinced, bro. Like, what am I even looking at?
Sagittarius A star especially eerie is that it lurks quietly in the heart of our own galaxy. It's capable of devouring stars, planets, and potentially the entire solar system.
Those are like better
Fortunately,
images.
Earth is far enough away to be safe, for now. Sagittarius A star represents the limits of our understanding and the destructive power of gravity. Quasars are among the most powerful and terrifying objects in the universe.
I have learned about quasars before, and they're really, really cool. I actually just caught a Pokemon in my Cobblemon Let's Play, and it's a Galaxy Coridon, and so I named it Quasar because it's sick.
First discovered in the 1960s, quasars appear to be star-like points of light in the sky, but with one shocking difference. They emitted more energy than entire galaxies. The first quasar identified, 3C273, was found in 1963 by astronomer Martin Schmidt, revealing that these objects were not stars, but something far more extreme. A quasar is powered by a supermassive black hole at the center of a galaxy. As matter spirals toward the black hole, it heats up to millions of degrees, forming an accretion disk and blasting out enormous jets of energy across the cosmos. Quasars can emit radiation 1,000 times more powerful than the combined light of all the stars in the galaxy they reside in.
What,
These objects
bro?
are so bright they can be seen from billions of light years away, making them some of the most distant and ancient things we can observe.
That's insane.
What makes quasars so terrifying is their violent nature and scale. If one were anywhere near our galaxy, its radiation would strip atmospheres from planets and destroy any possibility of life. The jets they produce can stretch across millions of light years, tearing through interstellar space like cosmic blowtorches. Fortunately, quasars are mostly found in the early universe, meaning most are extremely far away, billions of light years from Earth.
I knew quasars were like scary and dangerous, but I hope that this is one of the things that in 100 years, we got it wrong. We were wrong about quasars. They're actually not that bad. I'm hoping.
Their existence is a reminder of what happens when gravity, matter, and energy collide on massive scales. Magnetars are some of the most terrifying objects in the universe.
I've never heard of that. I think I've heard of almost everything so far, if not everything. Because when I was a kid, I used to love outer space stuff, and then I kind of just grew out of it, I guess. I've never heard of a magnetar, though. What even is that? Looks like a jellyfish.
Deadly remnants of stars that possess magnetic fields so powerful they defy imagination.
Okay.
First theorized in the early 1990s, magnetars were confirmed through the observation of soft gamma repeaters, strange bursts of high-energy radiation that didn't fit into known categories. Astronomers realized they were witnessing something far more extreme than a typical neutron star. A magnetar is a type of neutron star formed when a massive star dies in a supernova explosion and its core collapses. What sets magnetars apart is their insane magnetic field, which can be a quadrillion times stronger than the Earth's. So strong that it could erase your credit card from thousands of kilometers away and tear atoms apart. Their magnetic fields twist and snap like cosmic rubber bands, releasing massive flares of X-rays and gamma rays in an instant. The most terrifying aspect of a magnetar is the destructive power it can unleash. A single flare from a magnetar could fry satellites, damage power grids, and even impact Earth's atmosphere if one were close enough. Fortunately, most known magnetars are located tens of thousands of light years away. One of the closest known magnetars, SGR 1806-20, is about 50,000 light years from Earth. Despite their distance, magnetars remain a threat. They're unpredictable, incredibly violent, and poorly understood. If one were to form too close to our solar system, it could unleash a burst of radiation strong enough to devastate life on Earth.
Why they gotta be so pretty, though? Why does everything in the universe that is so, like, cool looking and pretty looking also coincidentally insanely dangerous and deadly? I have always had a theory, though, that we, as a species, need to use magnets better. We need to become magnet people, okay?
Dark flow is one of the most mysterious and unsettling phenomena in the cosmos. A strange motion of galaxy clusters that defies our understanding of how the universe should behave.
A side note, that's a great rapper's name. Dark Flow. Anyway.
It was first detected in 2008 by astronomers using data from NASA's Wilkinson Microwave Anisotropy Probe, the WMAP. Researchers noticed that massive clusters of galaxies appeared to be drifting in the same direction at high speeds, towards a specific region of the sky, without any visible cause. This unexplained motion was dubbed dark flow. What makes the dark flow so terrifying is that it suggests the presence of something enormous and completely unknown outside the observable universe. Galaxy clusters as far as 2.5 billion light years away are all being pulled in the same direction, toward a region beyond the edge of what we can see. This hints at the possibility that something exists beyond the known cosmos. Perhaps a massive structure, or even another universe. The idea that there could be hidden influences beyond the observable universe challenges our understanding of cosmic inflation, the Big Bang, and the very fabric of space-time. Some theories suggest that the dark flow could be caused by a gravitational pull from a massive structure beyond our cosmic horizon, something we may never be able to observe directly. We don't know exactly where the dark flow is coming from or what's causing it. Only that vast numbers of galaxies are being drawn toward a mysterious region of space at speeds exceeding 600 kilometers per second. The dark flow is terrifying because it represents a true unknown, evidence that the universe may be larger, stranger, and more dangerous than we ever imagined. It's like seeing the ripple of a wave and having no idea what caused it or how big the source might be.
That sounds a lot like the attractor. Is that not just the attractor? Maybe that's like his cousin. We have the attractor and then we have dark flow. But that sounds very similar to that.
Black holes are one of the most terrifying phenomena in the universe.
Yeah.
Stealthy, invisible destroyers drifting through space with the power to annihilate everything in their path. These black holes are not anchored at the center of galaxies like supermassive black holes. Instead, they roam the cosmos alone, untethered and undetectable until it's far too late. While black holes themselves have been studied since the early 20th century, the idea of rogue black holes, those not bound to a galaxy, began gaining attention in the early 2000s through simulations and gravitational studies. Rogue black holes are thought to form when massive stars die in supernova, or when black holes are violently ejected from galactic centers due to collisions or gravitational interactions. Once free, they drift through interstellar space silently. Since black holes do not emit light, these rogue wanderers are nearly impossible to see unless they interact with matter or distort the space around them. What makes rogue black holes so frightening is their stealth. They could pass through a star system, tear apart planets, or even devour stars, and we might not detect them until the gravitational effects are already happening.
Sometimes I think about stuff like that. Obviously we're all dead, but it's like that. Like I'm recording this video right now, and I don't know, like a meteor could strike. Boom! Huge explosion, everyone and everything, and everyone you love is gone. Or like sun flares. Our sun does like these flares things that are super dangerous to Earth. If one actually gets through though, how are we supposed to stop a black hole? So there's nothing we can do anyway.
It's estimated that there could be millions of rogue black holes drifting through the Milky Way alone.
What?
In fact, in 2022, NASA confirmed the first possible detection of a rogue black hole about 5,000 light-years away using gravitational microlensing. Unlike black holes in known locations, rogue black holes could be anywhere, even heading towards us without warning.
There's millions?
They're terrifying because they combine the destructive power of black holes with complete unpredictability. They are, quite literally, death from the dark. Ton 618 is one of the most terrifying and awe-inspiring places in the known universe. It is a hyperluminous quasar powered by one of the largest and most massive black holes ever discovered.
Cool.
First identified in the 1950s as a faint blue star during a survey of blue stellar objects, Ton 618's true nature wasn't understood until decades later. In the 1970s, astronomers realized it was not a star but a quasar. What makes Ton 618 truly horrifying is the monstrous black hole at its core. Current estimates place its mass at around 66 billion times the mass of our Sun. To put that in perspective, the black hole at the center of the Milky Way, Sagittarius A star, is only about 4 million solar masses. Ton 618's black hole is so massive that it defies conventional models of how such objects form and grow. Ton 618 is located 10.4 billion light-years away from Earth, meaning we see it as it existed just a few billion years after the Big Bang. The light from this distant quasar has been traveling through space for most of the age of the universe. Despite this unimaginable distance, its brightness is so intense that it can still be observed from Earth with powerful telescopes. What makes Ton 618 so frightening is not just its mass or energy output, but what it represents: the potential for black holes of incomprehensible scale to exist. It devours matter at such a rate that it outshines entire galaxies, with jets of radiation that could obliterate anything nearby. Ton 618 is a reminder that the universe harbors entities so vast and powerful that they challenge our understanding of physics and make us feel infinitely small.
We've reacted to a lot of horror stuff, a lot of scary stuff on this channel. When I clicked on this video, I wasn't expecting to have any of those similar feelings that I get watching those. I think this is the scariest video I've ever watched in my whole life. Oh boy.
The observable universe is one of the most mysterious and chilling regions in all of existence. It is the boundary beyond which we can no longer see, simply because the light from those regions hasn't had enough time to reach us since the beginning of the universe. This concept was first understood in the mid-20th century, following the discovery of cosmic expansion and the Big Bang theory, which led scientists to realize that the universe has a finite observable limit. The edge isn't a physical wall, but a cosmic horizon, the limit of the visible universe. It lies approximately 46.5 billion light-years away in every direction. That's because while the universe is about 13.8 billion years old, space itself has been expanding faster than the speed of light, carrying galaxies away from us
How is that
as
possible?
their light.
Wait, how is that possible? Because nothing can travel faster than the speed of light. So how does that make any sense at all?
Towards us. What makes this boundary so terrifying is the unknown. Beyond it may lie countless more galaxies, perhaps even entirely different laws of physics, alternate universes, or the true scale of the cosmos, none of which we can observe or truly reach. Everything past the edge is forever invisible, cut off by the limits of light and time. Even more unsettling is that galaxies near the edge are moving away so quickly due to cosmic expansion that they will eventually disappear from view forever.
So they are moving faster than the speed of light. Pretty sure that's not possible, bud. Also, if things are moving away from you, does that mean that we see them in slow-mo? That's a thought.
Leaving us in a darkening universe. Over time, the cosmos may become lonelier and colder as light from distant
Sounds like me.
objects
That's
fades
relatable.
into the void.
I am the universe.
The edge of the observable universe is terrifying because it forces us to confront cosmic isolation, the limits of human perception, and the vast unknown beyond our reach.
Okay, well, if I learned anything today, it is that I'm terrified of outer space and everything in it. And I also know nothing, which is also coincidentally very scary. But if you guys learned anything at all, I would greatly appreciate it if you left a like, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and click right here to watch another awesome video.